Good morning, collective. It is 5:42 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm walking to work, getting my steps in. It's humid out here. You could smell the rain in the air. And we're supposed to get a real bad thunderstorm later on this afternoon. So hopefully it's not raining by the time I come home. But I wanted to chat about something real quick because I'm out here in nature and I'm listening to the crickets and the birds and hearing things rustling in the bushes, right? It's like at the crack of dawn. And some of nature is just awakening. And it kind of gave me a download that, you know, that's kind of what it feels like when you're coming into a spiritual awakening or coming out of a spiritual awakening, I should say. Even if you've been spiritually awakened for a long time, for me, it's been about 9, 10, 11 years. There will be periods in your life where you will awaken more than once. You will go through a dark night of the soul more than once. You will hit that rock bottom or that dark space more than once. And while we're in these dark spaces, while we're coming out of that awakening period, it's kind of like the dawn breaking through the darkness and you waking up from your slumber, right? And this is important because I also feel like post eclipse, everybody's been going through that, you know? It's not a in between thing. Either you have or you haven't. And at this point, I feel like those that have, because we're still in eclipse season until the end of this month, you might go through that for the next couple weeks. You know, be careful with yourself, nurture yourself, take care of yourself. Don't rush into anything. Don't be impulsive. You know, eclipse season can bring about disruptions, unexpected events, tower moments, restriction. You'll feel friction around trying to do things. And if you do, it's normally an indicator that you're doing something that's out of the scope of what you need to be doing, right? It's not in resonance with you anymore. So if you're trying to do something and you're seeing the resistance, or it's feeling more like you have to force it rather than naturally flow with it, normally that's an indicator that that thing, that action is not in alignment with you anymore. And as these people are driving by and they're coming to and from work, it's like most of them are forcing the habit, forcing the action of having to get up and go to work, make some money, right? Including me. I have to get up, go to work, make some money. Hopefully not too much longer, right? And if you are in a position where you really don't have a choice and you have to get up and you have to do something that you don't want to do, it might still be in resonance with you to continue doing it, even if you don't want to do it. Why? Because that 9 to 5 that you don't want to go to, you're thinking about it in the wrong way. You might not want to go, however, it's providing you with something, right? Your provisions, your pay, some type of income, supplemental provision that you can provide for yourself, right? But also knowing that it's an opportunity for another opportunity. So in terms of, let's say for an example, a 9 to 5, think of how you're doing something that you don't want to do, Is it in resonance with you or not? Ask yourself, is it providing another opportunity? Is this opportunity providing me with another opportunity? Right? Like my job, I haven't been here that long, but I also know it's providing me with something I need at this current moment. And I'm not choosing to stay there forever. I'm not going to retire here. It's not going to be a full-time position. It's not, I'm not going to be here for years to come, right? And you need to think of your situation in that same way. Even if it's a relationship, even if it's in a connection with family members. I'm not saying use people, okay, by asking yourself, is this person providing me an opportunity that's going to provide another opportunity? But make sure you're not doing anything that is not meant for your highest good. And that's normally what awakenings are all about. You stepping back and having a different perspective. And they're showing me the Hangman card in the tarot. And if you know anything about the Hangman is about a sacrifice. But it also speaks of having a different perspective, having a different perception on things, okay? How you view something is, especially coming out of the awakening, you might view something different for the first time compared to how you viewed it maybe a year ago, right? So anytime we go through awakenings, it's shifting our perspective, but also allowing us to ask the better question, right? You need to be nurturing yourself at this time. What are you nurturing? How are you nurturing? And if you have a support system, how are you letting other people nurture you? How are you receiving the nurturing that you need for yourself? Because that's another question to ask. If you're always the nurturer, right? Or you're always the person showing up for other people, doing this and that, are people showing up for you? Are people nurturing you? And how does that look for you? Okay. So as we're in this eclipse period until the end of the month, when we come to the full moon in Pisces, it'll be a partial lunar eclipse. And I'm pretty sure that's going to close out this eclipse season. And then I think we might have one more eclipse season this year. I'm not 100% sure. I'm going to have to research that. But if we do, it might be around Scorpio season. And I also know we have a Mercury retrograde coming up around Scorpio season as well, because Mercury retrograde is in water signs this year. But in any case, as we are moving towards that full moon in Pisces, if you've recently gone through an awakening, okay, think of how this next stage of your life is going to benefit you. Don't think of it so much as, oh my God, my life is crashing and burning and I'm having to start all over again. Sometimes that's not necessarily a bad thing, you know? Even for those of you that are in relationships that are not in resonance with you anymore, you know? Is your partner reciprocating what you're giving, what you're putting out? You know? Are they in alignment with your divine soul purpose and life mission? If you're spiritual and your person isn't spiritual and they're looking at you like you're crazy, maybe ask yourself if you're supposed to be in that relationship or not, you know? And I know it could be different for everybody, but I also know that your person needs to support what it is you're setting your intention on, right?